Cruyff has it in a wide position, and he's had it nicked away. Great chance! Oh, that was no routine save.
Rui Costa actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
They're up to 5 corners now. And he gets rid in a hurry. And he's cut it out. And the shot! France are looking to go forward now. And here's Mbappe. And the finish! Relentless! Just relentless! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes.
Nedved really played that return ball to perfection there, Peter. He knew the exchange was on and he put it on a plate for his teammate. That was just gorgeous.
And now he has 2. Paris Saint-Germain find a position of real strength now. Rui Costa. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Not the most accurate pass. Nesta. Can he spark a counter here? Hullet. Van der Sar breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. Now it's Eto'o. Now it's Hullet. Now it's Cruyff. Hullet.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
And here's Bale. Hullet. He's in space and looking for options. This might spell danger. And a chance! Cruyff looking to add to his goal. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Now, can they get him away? Bergomi pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. And this is Bale. And this is Cruyff. He's got away. Hullet gets flagged offside. Cruyff. Now it's Bale. Cruyff.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Defending was strong and firm. Maldini cuts out the pass. And here's Mbappe. Plays a sharp little ball here. Tries to play it through. That is good alertness. Yaya Toure. Thuram, a picture of focus and alertness. But it's Thuram. Yaya Toure. Rui Costa. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
He's had a shot! It's in! You don't keep those out. He just knew.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. France give themselves a fighting chance, back in with a shout.
Le numéro 10,
Ferdinand,
Ronaldinho. Le numéro 21, changement.
nicely weighted ball. And he's certainly onside here. Toure did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Seedorf. Vieira. France looking to pass their way through. Ronaldinho. Platini. Now it's Luis Suarez. And here's Ronaldinho. Tries a shot! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
That's more like it. They have to force the issue, and that's the way to do it.
It's their second corner of the game. And it's hoisted clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Vieira. Bergomi. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. He's beaten the last decent chance! They've scored! And what a climax we have here! That is so good, such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
France give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, who's under pressure now? It's going to require some inspired defending to stop this.
And he shoots! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
All hands on deck for this one. Van der Sar gets his hands on it and the danger is averted. And that is as far as it goes. Paris Saint-Germain have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal ultimately proving the difference. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, I think what was key
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you could expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements. Overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be occupied by fullbacks.
Oh, shooting chance! They've scored!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. He might be in here! Ferdinand calmly anticipates. Oh, easy pickings there. He's picked his way through. Cruyff puts his foot on the gas. Pull it. Vieira. Plays a sharp little ball here. Yaya Toure. Nedved. And it's Nedved. And this is Dembele. Now it's Hullet. It's Dembele! And yes, it's there! And they're at it again in double quick time. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
France are doing very nicely, thank you.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you...
Voila! It's loose now and they want to get it back. That carried quite a threat. Paris Saint-Germain with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Mbappe receives it in a good position here. And Hullet! No mistake! How very smart. He just got it right.
That's superbly well played. Any aspiring strikers out there watching this, that's the sort of movement you need to create space.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Mbappe. Out to the right. Oh, that's fabulous. And here's Nedved. Drives it in.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
Nesta cuts out the pass. And it's Yaya Toure. And here's Cruyff.
Cruyff really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
He can run onto that, and he's managed to get for Eto'o! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Nesta is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Now it's Hullet. Nice control. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, that is a good... And the shot! He scores! Two up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
You could certainly sense a real change of mood here. Now the crowd are demanding that they just finish this off.
And this is Hullet. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He's through, and Hullet! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Hullet is offering a wry smile there.
Hullet gets it away. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Eto'o. Cruyff. And he cuts out the supply. Cruyff. And no, that was never going to make it. That's a good ball out wide. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Now he's off and running.
That's going in strongly.
And it's Cruyff. Now that looks a decent ball. He slid in and that has raised the temperature on the touchline. Cleared without complication. And it's half-time here.
Mesdames et messieurs, un petit message pour vous signaler l'affichage d'informations sur la rotation des bus autour du stade sur l'écran géant.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Pass somewhat off target. Goulet. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And the counter is on. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Mbappe. Cruyff. Knocks it into space. Ball driven towards a mighty effort. Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
Yeah, it's very well timed. A delivery like that with the right amount of pace and whip can be a nightmare to defend against.
Maldini. Now it's Eto'o. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
So Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Can he get it through? Now there's a fine ball. Vieira.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Bergomi. Hullet. Looking to play him in. That is a great... Mbappe! It's in! Just one in it now! The game takes on a whole new complexion! More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Yeah, he always had the measure of the keeper and there was very little doubt as to how this was going to end up.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro
So the
90.
manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Le numéro 4.
Paris Saint-Germain get themselves back into contention.
Alors,
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Ronaldinho.
And he's intervened well there.
Javier Zanetti.
And it's Ronaldinho. Now it's Eto'o. Nesta spots it and intercepts. Vieira. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Bullet. And Gula. Nice looking ball. Floated through. Nedved gets into a good position. Gets his head on it! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Zanetti, the man synonymous with solidity. And he's forced to go back. Aimed beyond the defence. And this is Eto'o. Bale. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. And here's Eto'o. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Bergomi kept aware. And it is reclaimed easily. Dembele. Nice interception, well timed.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Oh, it's Dembele. Goulet. Passing is crisp and sharp. Played back in. Big chance! Sticks it away! There seemed no way back, but they are level. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
This has become one superb game of football.
Paris Saint-Germain really can sense it now. This game is theirs to win. They just need to step it up and force the issue.
And this is Eto'o. Shoots! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
That could yet prove very pivotal. Chances like that just can't be wasted.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 99.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Le numéro 7. Changement en cours.
That's really well cleared. Chooses to go back. Paris Saint-Germain have the chance to go the other way. That's been cut out, well played. The final 5 minutes. Nice sequence of passes this. Well, that's surely a foul, free kick. And he has shown him a yellow card. Now it's Platini.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Bale. Looking for the run. Tries to play it through. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense.
Temps additionnel.
Chance for a shot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish. And the number on the board is 3. Messi hurtling down that right flank. Now it's Luis Suarez. Ibra. Chance! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Really nicely worked opportunity. That's some lovely exchanges.
The 1 and 2 touch football that cut through the middle was a joy to behold. Talent and technique of the highest standard.
Oh. And time is up. Magic. What a magical football match. And genuine respect all round. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Paris Saint-Germain.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. My name's Peter Drury and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. The action has already started.
The midfield 3, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front...
Luis Suarez! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
France are looking to break at pace. Oh, super find. Well, there's one man here who stands head and shoulders above the rest in just about every aspect of the game. It is, of course, Jim, the great Paolo Maldini.
Yeah, I feel like bowing here because it's him. He's simply the greatest of them all, the inspiration for so many top-class defenders.
Terrific header! Pullet finds himself offside. Rui Costa. And it's Nedved. Pullet. Nedved. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
He's in a great position here. Thuram kept his eye on it, and he's there. Thuram gets across to intercept that. Yamal Seedorf conjures time and space where few can. So we're still where we started right now. Nedved. Now it's Luis Suarez. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And it's Nedved. Nedved goes steaming forward. It's Nedved! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Now it's Yamal. Cruyff. Passing is crisp and sharp. Seedorf. Seedorf powering forward here. Always onto this. He's found a way through. Flings in across. Good read, needed to be.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Can he get it through? And he's made sure that's not getting through. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Distributed tidily. Now, can they get him away? Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Real chance! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Pullet clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Paris Saint-Germain with the corner, they're first. Thuram getting this one clear. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And he's there to belt it away. Vitinha. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Looking tidy in possession here. Vitinha.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no...
And he shoots! Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. He'll fancy himself from here.
It's a very good position, this, and the right distance too.
Oh, he's pulled off a fine save.
Absolutely terrific, terrific reflexes. Goalkeeping at its very best.
Rui Costa tries to pass it through. Luis Suarez! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
And it's Bale. That's been cut out, well played. And here's Bale. Rui Costa. Nedved. And this is Luis Suarez. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. The midway point of the game.
Paris Saint-Germain really did turn up the tempo at the end of the half, and while they'll be disappointed not to have broken through, obviously, the chances will come, provided they can keep producing good spells. It's been a half with significantly more positives than negatives, I feel.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. There's the start of the second half.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Looking for the run. Nesta kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Maldini looking to play him in. That pass isn't the best. Hullet constantly looking for the ball into the box. Not the most accurate pass. Nesta. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
That's a good ball. And the shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Suarez really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Paris Saint-Germain have their second corner now. Takes a shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Paris Saint-Germain have their third corner. And that has been cleared. France are looking to go forward now. And he cuts out the supply. Bale is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Hullet. Still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0. Bergomi is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. That has ended up in no man's land. Rui Costa over to the left. Looking for options for movement. Whistle's gone and the referee has given a penalty. Paris Saint-Germain presented with a golden opportunity here to open the scoring. And he's buried it, 1-0. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Played a game of double bluff here, I think.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 21.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Le numéro 7.
Paris Saint-Germain have fired themselves in front.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency.
And the finish! He's got a goal! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
That's very neat.
That was lovely, that.
He's shifting through the gears here. And that's really well manoeuvred. Oh, that was vital. Bergomi. And the through ball. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Nesta. Vieira. France finding their passes.
There they go, hunting again.
Bergomi spots it and intercepts. Hullet.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And this is Hullet. He saw the danger and he went crashing in. And he can clear it away. Shot at goal! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And they've got their lead back.
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
Paris Saint-Germain go into the lead.
Yeah, all their effort pays off in the end. It just took that extra bit of dynamism to get them the goal they craved.
Nesta receives it in a wide position.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Delicate big header! Oh, that could cost them.
Yeah, you always felt that they were going to up the tempo after going behind. It's not like they have any other option now.
Into the last 5 minutes. Rui Costa is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Plays a sharp little ball here. Well, that's beautifully weighted.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
He has a look up, has a look and plays it forward. Hullet tries to dink it through. He's had a shot! It's a goal! Dying minutes and we're all square again. That was easy, almost too easy.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
All square again into the dying minutes.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
Yaya Toure knocks it into space and he welcomes it in. It's Rui Costa. And there goes the final whistle. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end, not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Gets his head on it! Oh, crossbar! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Oh, maybe it was one of those moments when he just caught it too well.
Ferdinand wins the duel this time. Nesta calmly anticipates. Nicely aimed pass. It's a good spell of possession, this. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
He's having a shot! Wonderful from Ibrahimovic!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And here's Bale. Mbappe. Van der Sar claims comfortably. Now it's Cruyff. Now what about a counter-attack? He's found a way through.
That's good play from him.
He's had it taken off him. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Now it's Seedorf. Oh, no joy this time. Oh, they could break here. He's on it, can he get away? And he's running through.
Mbappe really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Now the ball's gone astray. Now it's Nedved. Nedved hurtling down that right flank.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and Mbappe! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Well, let that be a lesson to them. If they don't stay focused all the time, they're going to be made to pay.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Barella takes control of it, and he's on the... He's had a shot! Nedved. Now it's Mbappe. Aims beyond the defence. Oh, he's onto this. He's away. Oh, shooting chance! And it's in! Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. That was a given. It always was.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
Paris Saint-Germain are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Bergomi kept his eye on it, and he's there. And here's Mbappe, Barella, Mbappe, header! They've done it! back within one. They have them in their sights again. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
France get themselves back into contention.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
France clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Threads one in. Paris Saint-Germain looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. And he plays one through. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And here's Cruyff. Oh, it's come loose. Oh, what has happened here? That's good play. Cross flung in towards the middle. Now that looks a decent ball. And it's Yaya Touré. Nedved can so cleverly bypass the press. And that has been knocked clear. Bale knocks it into space. It's a pretty loose pass. Ferdinand. Paris Saint-Germain finding their... And there's the end of the first half. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Paris Saint-Germain head into the half-time break with a narrow advantage. It is 2-1. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Shapes to shoot! It's in! France are back on level terms. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
This has become one superb game of football.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Seedorf. Oh, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Vieira kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Barella. Now, can they get him away? Lovely pass, but can he get there? Chance! Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
He's never the type to turn down a challenge, is he?
Eto'o.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Thuram gets across to intercept that.
Paris Saint-Germain really just need to be careful for the next 10 minutes or so, deal with the pressure and come again.
Barella looking for the run. Well read, and the danger is averted. Now it's Mbappe. Yaya Touré. Almost an hour gone. For Yaya Touré. And here's Ibrahimovic. He is through here. It's Ibrahimovic! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Paris Saint-Germain with the corner. They're first. Ibrahimovic! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Touré picks it up from the goal kick. Looking tidy in possession here. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Thuram did well to stay calm there. Seedorf. And this is Eto'o. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Can he get it through? And he plays one through. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Yaya Toure. Nesta produces the perfect tackle there. Now it's Bale, and it's Seedorf. Tries to play it through. Cruyff, the specialist in tearing teams apart. And here's Bale. Nesta makes the interception. Yaya Toure. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Played out to the right. Looking to play him in. Thuram does well to get it back. PSG on the counter-attack. Barella. Now it's Mbappe. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Oh, that was vital.
France really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Rui Costa. And it's Vieira. Bale. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Seedorf! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
It's a very watchable game, isn't it? Any goal from here could well be the winner.
Bergomi. Into the last 5 minutes. Rui Costa. Yaya Toure. Paris Saint-Germain looking to pass their way through.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Cruyff looks to get on the end of this. Mbappe! Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. And he's going to have his name taken.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
The final whistle is imminent, but I do think he'll allow time for this free kick.
Yeah, and a heart and mouth time for
Bale! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. So nearly the total turnaround. They simply ran out of time. It has ended all square. Decent game of football, that. Intense, intriguing. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Things have got on. Mbappe gets through on his own. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And for a moment, you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Andrei Shevchenko, Jim, European Player of the Year, League winner, European champion, the top scorer in Italy on more than one occasion. It's an extraordinary list of achievements.
It certainly is. He really was the deadliest striker around. Absolutely lethal.
Goal scorer, match winner, national treasure. He is all of those things and much, much more. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Yaya Toure. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Can he get it through? And he's picked out the run, and he was alert to it. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Yeah, he's fouled him there. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. It's a good 35 yards out, this. And it's Barella.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
Toure with a fine tackle.
Well, you'd expect nothing less from him, Peter.
And we have our very first corner. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Paris Saint-Germain have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Hullet. Gets a good foot in there. Barella going full tilt down the left. Now it's Shevchenko. Oh, nicely intercepted.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
Oh, good take in a good area. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Could move up a gear here. Now it's Mbappe. He can run onto that. Mbappe is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Goulet is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Zanetti did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Oh, he's done very well to take... Big chance! Off the post! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Ferdinand makes the interception. Oh, they can break here. Oh, he's found support out wide. And here's Goulet. Hullet. And he's made sure that's not getting through. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Corner number 2 then. And now they can spring out of defence. Well, there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Oh, super ball. And he's running through. And Hullet! Now, who's going to be first to this? And he's there to get it away. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Hullet. And here's Mbappe. Cruyff. Oh, important interception. Seedorf can see things others simply cannot. And this is Eto'o. Eto'o. He has a look up. Eto'o was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And here's Seedorf. Looking tidy in possession. Shapes to shoot! He scored!
Look, there are always tactical adjustments for any coach to make at half-time, but when your star man gives you a critical lead just before the break, everyone will be paying extra attention. It really is the ideal tonic.
And a trademark move ends with the... And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Now it's Bale. Goulet. Paris Saint-Germain looking to pass their way through. Thuram. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Thuram kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. France upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
He shifted it to the flank. He's had it taken off him. Barella. France are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Paris Saint-Germain still this single goal behind. And this is Hullet. Oh, just skips past his man. They're urging him to shoot. Well, there's contact there one way or another. Oh, it's a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. Paris Saint-Germain on the spot for parity. Brilliant save from Buffon! And he's missed altogether.
Oh, Peter, I'm not a great reader of body language, but I didn't like the way he walked up to that.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 2.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. They've played it short. And this is Nedved. Hang header! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Bullet clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
It's an inviting looking ball, that. Engages and forces him off the ball. Passing is crisp and sharp, and he's managed to get free. Chance for a shot! No mistake! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
France are doing very nicely, thank you.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Bullet. Thuram. Some good work on the right flank here. Mbappe. Toure deals with that comfortably. Cruyff. Now it's Hullet. Tries to pass it through. Arda Güler. There's the shot! Johan Cruyff, unequalled in the history of our beautiful game. A finish right from the top draw. Just one in it now. The game takes on a whole new complexion.
Look, that was a technical interaction of...
Can he finish? Well, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Mbappe really should be making an apology. That longer range pass gave him a golden chance then.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 15.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
À sa place, le numéro 8. Attention, changement.
Aimed beyond the defence. No, it's not getting there.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Well, that's an excellent interception. And that interception was most real chance! Pinged towards the front line. Looking to play him in. Pass is just off target. Paris Saint-Germain are looking desperate here, short on time and options, and it's MESSI. And the finish! It's in! Paris Saint-Germain are back on level terms. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way and he just slips the other.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 4.
France making another change here.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
This has become one superb game of football.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
And it's Michel Platini. Look at the space here. Takes a shot. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Well, they've got to get everyone forward, and maybe even the keeper.
And he gets rid in a hurry. Best! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Temps additionnel. 5 minutes.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Platini. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. And he's being shifted off it. Bale. Now, can they get him away? Yaya Toure. Now it's Luis Suarez. Searching pass he's played there. Offside again. Van der Sar is there and he can get that clear. And this is Eto'o. He's having a shot! Platini. And there goes the final whistle. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end. Not for the want. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And that gets things running. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, I really like the look of this guy.
Goes for a shot! Just off target.
Pele really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
DiMarco. Played out to the right. O'Shea does really well there, strong defending. Triol. Vieira. Now it's Pele. Now it's Ibrahimovic. He's Ibrahimovic! He's keen, determined to have his say.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
Kanji gets it away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Luis Enrique. Barella. That has been slung wide. And it's Mkhitaryan. Cross flung in towards the middle. And he's taking no chances there. Now it's Ibrahimovic.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Ibrahimovic shapes to shoot! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! There is the breakthrough! One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Inter Milan are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Zielinski. Bullish header! It's in! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a